What's up, with glass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your big bad friends. On today's video, we got another Power Book for a Force video, and this one right here is the death of JP was Miguel's fault. Basically, Miguel's mistake, people. And this one right here, I want to give a big shout out to my subscriber, DeMarcus Vaughn, because this video pretty much was sparked by him. Letting me know, he gave me a theory of how JP could have potentially been taken out. So I thought it was pretty good, and I put it in my notes for to make a video on for later on, and here we are. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right on into this thing right here. So, as we know, Miguel and Tommy has been going at it for quite a while now, since the end of season two. Right after Miguel found out that Tommy was attempting to take his spot. But after that, he was interrupted, or at least both of them were interrupted by Che because Che told them he didn't want any beef in the streets. So basically, he said friendly competition, but no bloodshed, basically, between the two of them. So with that being said, both of them had to be more strategic. We know that, Miguel even went as far as kidnapping his own sister in order to, make moves to try to gain the edge over Tommy, right? But that's aside the point. The point is that Miguel is still very much active trying to take out Tommy, but now he has to do it in a way where his hands isn't on it, right? So, he got Miguel. I mean, Che on his ass along with his sister Maria. They both, him and Tommy both agreed on a truce to not kill each other due to both of them's love for Maria, right? But we know he's still been plotting behind the scenes, trying to get him taken out. And his move that he's been making is coming in the form of none other than Roberto Ortega, right? So Roberto here is also after Tommy because of, as you know, Tommy killed some of their people, and he's been doing some damage to him. So they are also enemies. So they basically had a common enemy, and they struck a deal to try and take him out. Now we know that, I want to say, what was this, episode 5? I mean, not 5. Sorry, 4. Miguel came to Tommy's loft while he wasn't there and spoke with Maria, and basically sold a bullshit story that he wants to make amends to her and invited her and Tommy over for dinner and said they could choose the spot to set the dinner because he wants to make sure he let her know that he's over that. He wants them to be a family and things like that. We know that last nigga was lying, right? So this is his attempt to get Tommy ambushed by Ortega, right? However, we found out last episode that Maria is pregnant, and I'm pretty sure next episode she will reveal to Miguel and Tommy that she is pregnant, which, in my opinion, will change Miguel's perspective on everything. And like I've been saying, to me, Miguel is a very family oriented type of person. So I think he couldn't, live with knowing that he took out the father of his unborn nephew or niece. So I think he's going to try and make an attempt to stop the hit that is out on Tommy, but it's going to be too late, people. So I think they're gonna head to the dinner. You know what I'm saying? This, because I believe this photo here is Maria at the spot that they all agreed on. That she agreed on to have dinner with both Miguel and his date, and of course her and Tommy. And here is the catch: in the midst of this, like I said, Miguel has already changed his mind, right, on how he sees things, because now he doesn't want to have to take Tommy out. But it's going to be too late. The hit is going to be done. So absolutely, Ortega's people will come in for the kill. Now, here's the catch. You remember sometime in season one, I want to say it was, maybe even season two, Tommy paid for JP a new bar or restaurant, right? So the theory is here is that JP's bar or restaurant is going to be the spot where they decide to have their dinner. And in the midst of this shootout, like I said, Miguel's going to make an attempt to stop it, but he's going to be too late. Also, keep in mind, just because he wants it to stop it doesn't mean that Ortega here is going to agree. He ugly as hell. He probably gonna be like, "Hey, f that. That ain't got to do with me. He can die today." Is what he's gonna be thinking in his head. So just like when kind of similar to when Holly set up to hit, with on Ghost, and Tommy wanted to hurry up and stop it, but it was too late. It's gonna be very similar to this, I think. It will, according to DeMarcus theory. That's how I would see it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, unfortunately, he won't get there to stop it in time. I think, well, I could actually see him possibly showing up. Let's say he does show up, but in the midst of this, it's like he's showing up right it's popping off, and then of course he saves Tommy and Maria, but your boy JP doesn't get too so lucky, so he gets caught in the crossfire and he gets knocked off, right? So now JP is dead, people. And that is where we get this image of Kate, because they're going to find out once Tommy tells her about the news. She's, of course, devastated about it. And now they're looking for answers, right? And I could see, I could see Miguel framing somebody now, just like he tries to, like, very similar to how Lorenzo attempted to do in book two once. He accidentally killed Zeke. He tried to blame it on somebody else to get them taken out to cover his own ass. I think he's going to do the same thing. If it comes out to do, I can see him doing the exact same thing. And then that is where we ended up getting this scene here, where we see Tommy and Miguel on the same side. Now, whatever this scene is that ends up taking place here, I think it's possible we might get this next episode. This episode coming up is because you see here, Tommy has this gold gun here, and this comes from the exclusive picks and stuff like that. So, or the trailer, whichever it's one of them, and we know he's using that same gun here. So perhaps this is that same episode. Maybe he just fell in love with the gun and now he's keeping it. But anyways, though, Miguel could end up staging it, making it seem like CBI or the Marquez cartel, or perhaps both, is the ones responsible for it. They come in taking them out, but unfortunately, right when Tommy's getting ready to take out Ortega, he informs him that he says something in the line indicating, letting Tommy know that it was none other than Miguel who's the one put out the hit in the first place, right? So after that, that's when Tommy, notices that you know, it was him who was responsible for this the entire time, right? And once Tommy finds out this information, that's where the scene of Kate saying, "Hey, Tommy, make him suffer." And then you see it, the camera flips right to Tommy turning around here. And if you pay attention to the background here, this is indeed Miguel's place where Tommy is at. So could they be hinting that, you know, he's responsible for whatever it is that they're grieving about? I guess we shall find out. So pretty much, people, that's all I got for y'all as far as this particular video. Definitely let me know what y'all think of this theory in the comment section. Now, again, this isn't my theory. I added my own twist to it of how I can see it, because obviously he didn't tell me all of this, but he was the one who gave me the theory that JP could end up dying in a crossfire while in his restaurant doing, you know, the dinner between Tommy and Maria and Miguel, and I think his girl name is Cynthia, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, definitely let me know what y'all think of this theory in the comment section. Could you see this one right here? Comment to pass. Let me know all of that and more in the comment sections, and let me know your theories of how you think JP could be taken out. If you would tweak some, all of that and more. But like usual, if you're cool with me, fool with me, go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.